So now we're going to try to use our calculator to graph functions. So here I have my example, y equals x plus 2. So we can absolutely use our method where we plot our y-intercept. And then we use our slope to create more points if we wanted. But we can also use our calculator because that's a great tool for us to learn how to use more with. So if we take our calculator out, if we're going to be using our calculator, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click y equals. And if anything's in there, just clear it out. So we're going to click y equals, then we're going to type the equation into the calculator. So what we're going to do is we have y equals, then our equation is x plus 2. So I'm going to do x plus 2. Then next we're going to hit the second button and the graph. Second graph. It's going to take us right to the table. So then we're going to just write in our x and y axis. So we're going to copy the table. And I like to include some negatives and some positives so that we can graph it and have a wide variety. So we have -3, let's try -2, -1, 0, 1. You could even go up and do 2 if you want. And then let's look at our values. So we have -3, -1, -2, 0, -1, 1, 0, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4. So then you're going to plot those points. So I have -3, -1, -2, 0, -1, 1, 0, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4. And then we're going to just graph our line with our straight edge. Put our arrows, label it with the equation, y equals x plus 2. And it's just a different way that we can graph it. Now, a way to check your answers is if we just click the graph button. Oh, I apologize. Give me 1 second, my window. If we graph it, so we go from the table, we just click graph, we graph that line and it looks exactly like the line that we have there, which is exactly what we should have because they should match because it's really the same thing. This one's just graphed in the calculator. So there are some practice examples for you to do here with the calculator as well. I would like to look at example 7 together just to remind you how we're going to put this in the calculator. So for number 7, we're going to clear out everything we have. 2/3 x. Remember when we put fractions in the calculator, we need to use parentheses. So we're going to open the parenthesis. 2, the fraction line is really division, so divided by 3. Then we're going to close the parentheses, hit x, then plus 3. We're going to go to our table by hitting second graph. It takes us to our table. Now, another thing that I would like to discuss here with this example 7, look at this table. We have negative 4.33333. We don't want to put those crazy numbers into our table because we don't want to graph 0.333 on our graph. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for the nice numbers. So like this, we have negative 6, 1. So that's what we're going to put in our table there. Then the next nice number is negative 3, 1. And I'm sorry, it was negative 6, negative 1. Then we have 0, 3. Then we have 3, 5, and 6, 7. And those are ones that we're going to graph. So we're going to graph negative 6, negative 1. Negative 3, 1. We have 0, 3, 3, 5, and 6, 7. And then we could connect with our straight edge, draw our arrows, and label our equation. Y equals 2/3 x plus 3. And now you could always check by clicking graph and seeing, does your graph look similar? Yes, it looks exactly like the one that we drew, so we know we did it correctly. So there are more examples for you to try here. So take some time, use your calculator, start to get more comfortable with that. All right, and then when you finish, we have practice worksheet 46 for you to complete.